Jeep has made a good name for itself, so people think the Jeep Gladiator is the ultimate off-road machine. But we might need to think that again, because what if I told you it is riddled with flaws that might actually make it one of the worst choices for your next truck? At first glance, it seems like the perfect pickup for off-road enthusiasts. However, dig a little deeper, and you will find that this truck is plagued with issues. Issues that not only compromise its performance, but also leave buyers questioning its value. Why does the Gladiator feel dangerously unstable at highway speeds? And how does a midsize pickup manage to cost more than some of the most advanced full-size models? By the end of this video, you will have the answers and discover 9 reasons why you should never buy the Jeep Gladiator. Stay tuned, because the last reason is something you would never expect from a brand like Jeep. Number 9. Bone rattling ride. Look, no one can deny that this truck excels in the wild, climbing rocks and tackling uneven trails. This very strength becomes a significant drawback when driving on paved roads or through your average suburban neighborhood. If you are considering the Gladiator as your daily driver, brace yourself, literally. The Jeep Gladiator's rugged charm and off-road prowess come with a cost. A suspension system that makes every drive on regular roads feel like a chore. If you dig a little deep, you will find out that the Gladiator's suspension system is based on solid axles at both the front and rear, a design that prioritizes durability and articulation over comfort. For off-road enthusiasts, this setup is perfect. It allows the Gladiator to crawl over large obstacles with ease, maintaining excellent traction where other trucks might struggle. But when it comes to everyday conditions, think potholes, speed bumps, or minor road imperfections, the Gladiator's suspension feels harsh, unrefined, and borderline punishing. The ride quality can leave you feeling like you're bouncing down the road rather than cruising smoothly. Adding to this problem is the Gladiator's longer wheelbase, which theoretically should help smooth out bumps. Unfortunately, the solid axle setup paired with high ground clearance and massive off-road tires does the opposite. These features, while essential for trail adventuring, create a choppy and jittery ride on asphalt. The tires, in particular, play a significant role in transmitting road vibrations directly to the cabin, and the effect only worsens at higher speeds. Handling is another area where the suspension works against the Gladiator on regular roads. The high center of gravity and soft suspension tuning, which are ideal for off-road articulation, cause excessive body roll during cornering. Turning at even moderate speeds can feel unsettling as the truck leans heavily into curves. Drivers accustomed to more stable mid-size pickups might find this lack of refinement frustrating or even nerve-wracking. One of the most criticized aspects of the Gladiator's design is its steering. The loose and vague feel makes it difficult to keep the truck steady on straight roads. Drivers have reported feeling disconnected from the vehicle, describing the steering as unresponsive, especially at highway speeds. Combined with the bumpy ride, this creates an experience that many find exhausting over long drives. While Jeep enthusiasts might tolerate or even embrace these quirks for the sake of off-road capability, the average buyer may find the Gladiator's ride quality to be a deal breaker. If you are looking for a truck that offers both adventure and comfort, there are far better options available in the midsize pickup segment. Number 8. Gas guzzling machine. The Jeep Gladiator might be a head-turner on rugged trails, but when it comes to fuel efficiency, this truck guzzles gasoline like an unstoppable monster. With its outdated engine lineup, the Gladiator fails to deliver anything close to modern fuel economy standards, leaving owners shelling out more at the pump than they'd like to admit. At the heart of the problem is the Gladiator's 3.6-liter V6 engine. While it delivers 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, these numbers are hardly groundbreaking for a mid-sized truck. What truly stands out, unfortunately, is its lackluster miles per gallon performance. Official figures from the manufacturer claim this engine achieves 16 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway when equipped with a manual transmission. Opting for the automatic transmission bumps the city figure to 17 miles per gallon, but the highway number drops to 22 miles per gallon. Either way, these are among the worst ratings in its class. Compare this to rival trucks like the Toyota Tacoma or the Chevrolet Colorado, which increasingly feature smaller turbocharged engines capable of delivering better performance and efficiency. These competitors not only offer more miles per gallon, but also come with the advantage of reduced carbon emissions, a growing concern for buyers looking toward the future. Jeep attempted to address this shortfall by offering a 3-liter turbocharged diesel engine in the Gladiator lineup, which, on paper, seemed like a solid alternative. This diesel engine boasted an impressive torque rating of 442 pound-feet and delivered better miles per gallon numbers, 22 in the city and 28 on the highway. However, the higher cost of diesel fuel, coupled with the increased price tag of this engine option, deterred many buyers. The result? The diesel-powered Gladiator failed to gain traction in the market and was eventually discontinued. Now, Jeep has introduced a plug-in hybrid variant with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, promising 21 miles per gallon combined and up to 20 miles of all-electric driving range. While this may sound promising, it is far from revolutionary, especially in a segment where rivals are moving towards full hybrid or fully electric options. Additionally, hybrid systems often come with higher upfront costs, which can take years to offset through fuel savings. For a truck priced this high, the Gladiator's fuel efficiency, or lack thereof, feels like an unnecessary burden. Owning one means paying a steep premium every time you fill up, making it one of the most expensive trucks to maintain on the road today. Number 7. Useless bed size. The Jeep Gladiator might look like a rugged off-road warrior, but when it comes to the practicality of its cargo bed, it falls woefully short. At just 5 feet in length, the Gladiator's bed is one of the smallest in its class. For a vehicle that proudly markets itself as a pickup truck, this glaring limitation is enough to frustrate anyone who expects versatility and capability from their truck. Let's talk about the basics. 5 feet may sound manageable on paper, but in practice, it restricts what you can haul. Sure, it can handle smaller loads like groceries, camping gear, or a modest toolbox, but the moment you try to fit something larger, say a dirt bike, an all-terrain vehicle, or even construction materials, you'll quickly run into problems. Most of these items will either require you to leave the tailgate open or resort to creative loading techniques, which are neither convenient nor secure. The lack of an extended bed option makes this even worse. Unlike competitors such as the Toyota Tacoma or Nissan Frontier, which offer configurations with a 6-foot bed, the Gladiator locks buyers into its cramped 5-foot layout. This is especially puzzling given Jeep's branding of the Gladiator as an adventure vehicle. If it's supposed to be ready for your wildest outdoor pursuits, why can't it easily accommodate the gear you'd need for those adventures? Imagine planning a weekend trip with friends and loading up for an off-road biking excursion. With the Gladiator, you'll likely need to bring along a trailer to carry all your equipment. Not only does this add to the cost and complexity of ownership, but it also raises questions about the truck's core functionality. A pickup should be able to handle the basics of hauling without relying on extra accessories. The small bed size also affects the Gladiator's ability to perform basic work tasks. Contractors, landscapers, or anyone who regularly hauls tools and equipment will find the bed limiting. If you need to carry items like lumber, pipes, or heavy-duty machinery, you'll be forced to make compromises, either by making multiple trips or investing in aftermarket solutions like bed extenders. And while Jeep offers accessories designed to enhance the bed's usability, these add-ons can quickly inflate the already steep price of the vehicle. Even compared to other midsize trucks, the Gladiator's bed is underwhelming. The Ford Ranger, Chevrolet Colorado, and GMC Canyon all come with 6-foot bed options, giving buyers greater flexibility. Meanwhile, the Honda Ridgeline, though unconventional in design, boasts clever storage solutions like a lockable in-bed trunk, making it far more practical for day-to-day use. Jeep enthusiasts might argue that the Gladiator isn't meant to be a traditional pickup truck. It's an off-road specialist first and foremost. That may be true, but its shortcomings in this area can't be ignored. After all, one of the primary reasons to buy a pickup is its ability to haul cargo effectively. If the Gladiator can't deliver on that front, then what's the point of having a truck bed at all? To make matters worse, the Gladiator's design prioritizes form over function. Its tall, boxy build and aggressive styling scream capability, but the reality doesn't match the image. The short bed feels like an afterthought, tacked onto a vehicle that's more concerned with aesthetics than practicality. It's almost as if Jeep expects buyers to overlook the bed's flaws simply because the truck looks cool. In the end, the Gladiator's bed size is a deal breaker for anyone who needs a practical, versatile pickup. Whether you're hauling gear for work or packing up for an outdoor adventure, the 5-foot bed will leave you wanting more. For a truck that prides itself on rugged capability, this is a major disappointment. Number 6. Deafening cabin noise. Picture this. You're cruising down the highway, windows up, radio playing, expecting a peaceful ride. But instead of tranquility, you're greeted by an overwhelming symphony of wind howls, tire roars, and road vibrations. For many Jeep Gladiator owners, this is the daily reality. The cabin noise is not just noticeable, it's relentless, and it quickly turns even short drives into endurance tests for your patience and ears. The high ground clearance, a hallmark of the Gladiator's off-road prowess, is one of the primary culprits. While it allows the truck to scale rugged terrain with ease, it also creates a large gap beneath the vehicle. This design feature, combined with the Gladiator's boxy shape, produces significant aerodynamic drag, leading to loud wind noise that amplifies as you pick up speed. By the time you hit highway limits, the constant whistling sound from the air rushing past the windshield and mirrors is hard to ignore. Then there are the massive all-terrain tires that come standard on most Gladiator trims. These tires are designed for gripping mud, sand, and rocky paths, but on regular roads they generate a persistent hum that only grows louder as the miles rack up. Add the road noise from uneven pavement, and the interior quickly starts to feel less like a cabin and more like a drum amplifying every external vibration. The problem is further compounded by the vehicle's construction. The Gladiator's removable doors and roof panels are fantastic for open-air adventures, but they compromise the truck's ability to seal out external sounds. Even when everything is securely fastened, many owners report gaps and poor insulation that allow more noise to creep in than in other trucks. While the Gladiator embraces its rugged Jeep-like identity, this design comes at the cost of a quieter, more refined ride. Jeep has taken note of the criticism and promises improvements with upcoming refreshes. Reports suggest that the manufacturer plans to introduce active noise cancellation systems, thicker glass, and additional sound dampening materials in future models. These upgrades could reduce cabin noise by up to 50% according to early estimates. However, current Gladiator owners will not benefit unless they trade up to a newer model, a costly proposition that many are unwilling to consider. For now, Gladiator drivers must accept the deafening cabin noise as part of the package. If you value a serene driving experience, this truck might not be your best choice. Whether it's a quick commute or a cross-country trek, the constant noise inside the Gladiator is impossible to ignore, and it might leave you reaching for earplugs. Number 5. Overpriced and underwhelming. The Jeep Gladiator is marketed as a rugged off-road powerhouse with a unique design that appeals to adventure enthusiasts. But when you take a closer look at the numbers, it becomes clear that the price tag is hard to justify. With a starting price above $40,000, the Gladiator places itself in the premium range of the midsize truck market, yet it offers less value than many of its competitors. For context, most midsize trucks, including the Nissan Frontier and Toyota Tacoma, start in the low $30,000 range. These vehicles often include competitive features and solid off-road capabilities at a significantly lower cost. By contrast, the Gladiator's base model feels under-equipped for a vehicle commanding such a high price. Even worse, opting for higher trims like the Rubicon or Mojave can push the price to an eye-watering $60,000. At these prices, the Gladiator enters full-size pickup truck territory. Models like the Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Ram 1500 are available for similar or even lower prices in their base configurations. These trucks not only offer significantly more towing and payload capacity, but also come with larger cabins and more advanced technology packages. It raises the question, why would someone choose a mid-sized truck with fewer capabilities over a full-size option with more features at the same price point? Additionally, the Gladiator's standard equipment does not match the expectations set by its premium price tag. For example, the base model comes with a relatively bare-bones interior, lacking advanced safety features like adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring, which are becoming standard in similarly priced vehicles. The outdated engine options also fail to deliver the performance or efficiency needed to justify the cost. In comparison, competitors like the Honda Ridgeline offer more refined interiors, better fuel efficiency, and modern amenities at a fraction of the Gladiator's price. Jeep enthusiasts might argue that the Gladiator's off-road capabilities justify the premium, and while its four-wheel drive system and rugged design are impressive, these features appeal to a niche audience. For most buyers, the Gladiator's high price is difficult to reconcile with its lack of everyday practicality, average performance, and limited cargo space. At the end of the day, the Jeep Gladiator comes across as a lifestyle statement rather than a practical investment. If you're looking for a pickup truck that delivers real value for your money, there are far better options on the market. Number 4. Cramped rear seats. The Jeep Gladiator may look like a spacious, adventure-ready truck from the outside, but step inside and the story changes, especially for rear passengers. With a design focused more on ruggedness than refinement, the Gladiator's rear seating space leaves much to be desired. Despite being a midsize pickup with a crew cab configuration, comfort for backseat passengers is far from ideal. The tight quarters are most noticeable when the front seats are occupied by taller individuals. If the driver or front passenger slides their seat back to accommodate long legs, the legroom for those in the rear diminishes rapidly. Rear passengers may find themselves pressed against the back of the front seats, which makes longer journeys uncomfortable, especially for adults. This lack of space feels at odds with the truck's rugged image, where you'd expect passengers to ride along in comfort, whether heading to a trail or on a road trip. While the Gladiator does offer plenty of shoulder and headroom thanks to its boxy design, it is the legroom that creates the real challenge. This is particularly frustrating for families or groups of friends looking to travel together. The tight rear space also makes it less practical for installing child seats, which require extra room to maneuver and secure. To be fair, this issue isn't entirely unique to the Gladiator. Many midsize pickups struggle to provide generous rear passenger space. However, competitors like the Honda Ridgeline managed to do a far better job in this department, offering a more car-like interior with superior comfort and practicality. Jeep's emphasis on off-road capability and rugged styling seems to have overshadowed the importance of everyday comfort for passengers. For a truck with a price tag that rivals some full-size models, cramped rear seating feels like a major oversight. Buyers expecting both rugged utility and passenger comfort might be better served by exploring the competition. The Gladiator's tight rear seating is just another reason why this truck might not live up to its larger-than-life image. Number 3. Annoying tech quirks. The Jeep Gladiator promises a blend of rugged capability and modern convenience, but its technology feels more like a chore than a feature. Owners have been vocal about the truck's quirks, and the list starts with the notorious engine start-stop system. While this feature is meant to improve fuel efficiency and reduce emissions, it has a glaring flaw. It resets every time you turn off the vehicle. For many drivers, this means manually disabling the system every single time they start the engine, a repetitive and frustrating task that Jeep could have easily avoided by allowing the system to remember the driver's preference. Even for those who appreciate fuel-saving technology, the start-stop feature often fails to work as intended. If the climate control system, headlights, or any other electrical accessory is in use, the engine refuses to shut off at stops, making the feature feel inconsistent at best and useless at worst. This is not the kind of reliability you want in a pickup truck, especially one that boasts cutting-edge off-road capabilities. But the start-stop system isn't the only annoyance. The forward collision warning system, designed to enhance safety, has been widely criticized for being overly sensitive. This system frequently alerts drivers unnecessarily, such as when approaching vehicles at safe distances or navigating routine traffic conditions. The constant false alarms are more than just irritating. They can be distracting and even dangerous in certain situations. Many owners have reported that the system's aggressive nature leaves them feeling more frustrated than reassured. Another glaring omission in the Gladiator's tech package is the lack of a factory-installed trailer brake controller. This is baffling for a truck that markets itself as a capable workhorse with impressive towing capacity. Jeep enthusiasts are left with no choice but to purchase an aftermarket unit or compromise on towing performance. Given the Gladiator's premium price tag, this omission feels like a slap in the face to buyers who expect full functionality out of the box. In a world where tech is meant to make driving easier and safer, the Jeep Gladiator's technology feels like a missed opportunity. These quirks might seem minor at first glance, but they add up, making the ownership experience less enjoyable than it should be. For many potential buyers, these issues are hard to ignore. Number 2. Loose, wobbly steering. One of the most unsettling aspects of the Jeep Gladiator is its steering system. Owners often describe it as loose, vague, and imprecise, making highway driving a nerve-wracking experience. While the Gladiator's off-road prowess is undeniable, its steering leaves much to be desired when it comes to everyday driving. This is a problem that even experienced drivers find frustrating, especially at higher speeds where precision and stability are critical. The issue stems from the Gladiator's design roots. Built on the same platform as the Jeep Wrangler, the Gladiator inherits a solid front axle, a key feature for tackling rugged trails but a significant drawback for smooth, controlled steering on paved roads. The system offers minimal feedback to the driver, creating a sense of detachment from the road. This lack of responsiveness can make it difficult to maintain a straight line, particularly on highways, where even small steering adjustments are crucial. In essence, it feels more like you are guiding the vehicle rather than controlling it. Compounding the problem is the Gladiator's high ground clearance and large off-road tires. These features, while ideal for tackling uneven terrain, exacerbate the steering instability on asphalt. The tire's oversized tread patterns create additional resistance and can lead to wandering, which means you constantly need to make corrections to stay in your lane. For drivers who plan to use the Gladiator as a daily vehicle, this constant effort can quickly become exhausting. Many owners also report that the Gladiator's steering feels unbalanced when cornering. The body roll, another consequence of its off-road focused design, amplifies this instability. Combined with its vague steering, this can make sharp turns feel unpredictable, adding another layer of discomfort to the driving experience. While some enthusiasts might argue that these issues are a trade-off for the Gladiator's exceptional off-road performance, it is hard to ignore the safety concerns they present. Steering that feels this disconnected from the road is not just an inconvenience. It can be dangerous in emergency situations where split-second decisions are necessary. Number 1. Bad for everyday use. The Jeep Gladiator may have earned its crown as a trail king, but once you step away from rugged paths and enter the real world of daily driving, its flaws become glaring. While it thrives in off-road escapades, the Gladiator struggles with practicality for everyday tasks, falling short in areas that are vital for a midsize pickup truck. To start, towing is one of the core functions buyers expect from a pickup truck. The Gladiator boasts an impressive maximum towing capacity on paper, 7,700 pounds. This figure positions it near the top of its class. However, the reality is less straightforward. To achieve that maximum, you must configure the Gladiator with a specific combination of trim, engine, and towing package. If you skip even one of these options, the capacity drops dramatically. Additionally, the Gladiator's outdated suspension system, which prioritizes off-road articulation, can make towing less stable on highways, especially when compared to competitors like the Toyota Tacoma or the Ford Ranger. Then there is the cargo bed. At 5 feet long, it is one of the shortest in the midsize pickup category. For adventure gear, the bed's size can be restrictive. It struggles to accommodate larger items like dirt bikes or all-terrain vehicles without leaving the tailgate down, which not only limits its utility but also makes securing cargo more complicated. For professionals looking to haul tools or materials for work, this setup can quickly become a headache. While competitors like the Nissan Frontier and Toyota Tacoma offer 6-foot bed options, Jeep limits buyers to this single configuration. Daily commuting adds another layer of challenges. The Gladiator's high ground clearance, though beneficial for navigating uneven trails, becomes a disadvantage on urban roads. Climbing in and out of the vehicle can feel inconvenient for passengers, especially older individuals or families. Once inside, the driving experience leaves much to be desired. The loose steering, combined with a heavy truck-like feel, can make navigating traffic or parking in tight spaces a chore. Add the noise issues, tire hum, wind turbulence, and road vibrations, and it becomes clear that comfort is not the Gladiator's strong suit. Fuel economy further highlights its shortcomings as a daily driver. The Gladiator's engines are thirsty, with ratings as low as 16 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway for the gasoline-powered 6-cylinder option. These numbers pale in comparison to rivals that now offer smaller, more efficient engines or hybrid powertrains. Even the plug-in hybrid alternative expected to join the lineup soon will not be a game changer. With a range of only 20 miles on electric power and modest fuel economy improvements, it is unlikely to revolutionize the Gladiator's appeal for commuters. Its compromises in practicality, efficiency, and comfort make it less suited for the demands of daily life, no matter how rugged its looks or capabilities might be. For most buyers, a more balanced competitor may be the better choice. What are your thoughts on the Jeep Gladiator? Does its off-road excellence outweigh its compromises, or is it too much of a trade-off? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about whether this rugged truck truly justifies its hype. Justifies its hype. Justifies its hype. Justifies